a charge, indictment, or has been convicted in any jurisdiction. Anyone who is under UN sanction. Anyone who intends to run in the next election in Haiti. Anyone who opposes the UN Security Council Resolution 2699. The Transitional Presidential Council will swiftly select and appoint an interim Prime Minister. The Transitional Presidential Council will, together with the interim Prime Minister, appoint an inclusive Council of Ministers. The Transitional Presidential Council will hold the relevant and possible powers of the Haitian presidency during the transition period until an elected government is established. The Transitional Presidential Council will undertake the following: appoint an inclusive Council of Ministers, co-sign the orders, decrees, and to sign off on the agenda of the Council of Ministers, set the essential criteria for the selection of an impartial Provisional Electoral Council, and establish the Provisional Electoral Council. Make arrangement for a peaceful transition, ensure continuity of governance, and establish a National Security Council. Continue collaboration with all members of the international community for the accelerated deployment of the multinational security support mission authorized by UNSCR 2699/2023. It is agreed that the implementation of these measures will be concluded in parallel. The parties also make specific individual commitments regarding principles of inclusion, integrity, restoration of peace, and orderly transition of power. These shared and individual commitments can represent important steps towards facilitating increased humanitarian access to help ease the suffering of the Haitian people. The international community stands ready to partner with Haiti to achieve these goals. Haitian participants must now fully implement their commitments. Haitians deserve a country where children can go to school and their parents know they will be safe. We commend the willingness and courage of Haitian stakeholders to commit to put Haiti back on a path towards democracy, stability, and prosperity. With a framework in place that illuminates a path forward, it is incumbent upon all Haitians to give the agreement a chance to work. And we implore all parties, all stakeholders, all Haitians to be patient. This process requires patience. Let us be patient. Let us give a bit. Let us sacrifice a bit and give this agreement a chance to work. To enter into a process of national dialogue and to lay the groundwork for a transition that is based on inclusivity, encourages participation by all stakeholders, and paves the way for elections as soon as possible. This is the only sustainable path to a future of strong democratic institutions, peaceful resolution of conflict, and security and prosperity of all Haitians. Let me also, at this time, thank Ambassador Rattray of the UN, who is also the Chief of the Cabinet of the Secretary General. And CARICOM owes Professor Grandison a debt of gratitude for his selfless service. I don't know if he's in the room. Please come forward, please. Professor, please come forward and take a bow. I would want to give you an additional responsibility of reading the statement in French, but I would not burden you at this late hour of the night. Please, let the young generation of the region see you. Thank you, members of the media. As I said earlier, this is just one step forward in many long steps ahead of us. I want to make this very clear. This is just one step forward in many long steps ahead of us. Today, not only were we working on the political issues, we spent a lot of time in parallel meetings on issue of security, issue of resources, finding resources, the humanitarian efforts, and coordination of the international community. Again, I close by thanking all those who were involved in this process, every single one of you, for allowing us to work with the Haitians and for the Haitians to giving themselves a chance for a better future. Thank you, and God bless all of you. Oh, just before we leave, and many of us were supposed to leave very, very early. I want to thank Prime Minister Holness and the government and people of Jamaica for hosting this second meeting, for the work Jamaica has been doing, leading efforts, and their commitment to Haiti and the Haitian people. We thank you sincerely. Thank you very much. And we thank this region, CARICOM, I think, once again, for those, yes, for those who question the relevance of CARICOM. Once again, CARICOM has delivered and delivered well for the people of this region and kept our region as a zone of peace. Thank you.
You want to ask a question? You want okay. Yes. Okay. We started this morning at 9.
We're hungry, huh?
I want you to bear that in mind. We started at 9.
We started last night.
Some of us have not eaten.
We started last night. Yes. Please. On the second point, we can't say about anything about that now. Prime Minister Henry, you would have heard what we said. There is a number of steps that still must take place, but we can't answer that. On the question of the eminent persons group, I think we ought to give them a chance to breathe a bit now. But we have already started to discuss what that role and the expansion of that role will be. And remember, always, this is Haitian-led, and whatever we do must be what the Haitian people want of us. That is the important point. It is not what we want, it is what the Haitian people want of us. But we exercise leadership as a region in being proactive.
Simone Gale from PBC Jamaica. Can you give more clarification on the security mission that you were speaking about earlier today?
So I don't want to go into details, but the security mission has many components. It has the deployment of the MSS. That is one aspect. We have the financing. That's a second aspect. And then we have what we term today a bridging security mechanism. That's a third aspect that is under consideration. How do we ensure that there is a bridge between the deployment and what exists today? And that requires continuous assessment and also requires resources and equipment on the ground. I wouldn't want to go further than that because these are matters that are carefully crafted and being discussed. And one of the good things about this process, you'd have noticed that in the last few weeks, you members of the media had to be patient with us. We had a number of calls and pressure from the media, but it was extremely important that we remain patient and remain deep in our conversations and discussions whilst not preempting or looking for media moments. That is not what we want. For this to be successful, we cannot be looking for media moments. We have to be very strategic and careful in what we do, and that is what we're going to do. If, on the security matter, even more careful on that matter.
Kimon Francis from the Gleaner. Has CARICOM agreed on member states accepting Haitian migrants, refugees in the interim?
That was not for discussion at these meetings. We are focused on the stability of Haiti, stabilizing Haiti, working towards putting Haiti on a path of prosperity, development, on a path of political stability, and leading to free and fair election. That is a priority, and the security of the Haitian people, and having humanitarian aid in there. That is where our focus was.
But the destabilization would mean that a lot of Haitians are leaving
The destabilization means that we have to do more to stabilize the situation, and faster. In the interim, we have to act faster, and that is what we're focusing on. The people of Haiti and Haiti, how fast and dynamic we can work in Haiti to bring resolution and solution, and to bring comfort to the people of Haiti. That is where our focus and minds are occupied at this moment. Thank you.
Good night. I am Zara Burton, representing Today, America's Quarterly. I wanted to ask about the engagement of the gangs, of course, controlling a lot of Haiti at this point. Has this group, in consultation with the Transitional Council, addressed the issue of how to engage or not engage the gangs? That's one. Two, on the issue of security, there was a commitment today from the United States for $300 million. It was upped from $100 million. I wanted to find out if there were additional commitments, because we heard from Mexico, we heard from France today a little bit. Just wanted to find out if there were any specific monies committed additional to what the United States committed in terms of the security effort, and also whether any CARICOM countries are committing any funds. Also, three, last question. I wanted to find out if, on the issue of security, again, the deployment of troops, we know Kenya, Benin, Jamaica, I think Bahamas as well. Are there any timelines in terms of when we will see troop deployment from any of these, either CARICOM nations or African nations? Any timelines that you can give us?
Well, first of all, as I said, the security matter is a very sensitive matter. The security matter involves, as you spoke about, financing, deployment of troops. All of these matters came up in parallel meetings today. I would go as far as saying we are in discussion with many stakeholders, many partners, on what their contribution and role will be, but I will not go further than that at this stage. To go further than that at this stage, we'll be doing an injustice to the conversation that is ongoing.
Recall Canada had committed to 120
Yes.
million Canadian, which
Yeah.
is a significant increase from.
We had an increase in Canada, from Canada, and we also are in conversations. And I can't go beyond that at this stage. We are in conversations. You know, one of the things about this region, if you look at per capita, the contribution that this region makes to international humanity in times of crisis and times of need, you'll be shocked to see on a per capita basis what our contribution is globally. We have a small population within the region, but one thing about this region is that we never shy away from our responsibilities and participating in creating a better space within this region. So I am sure that whatever is affordable within the construct of our economies, that our region would make the contribution that we need to make.
But with all due respect, Mr. President, you are very rich now in Guyana, getting a lot of money from oil. So I'm just wondering if you are particularly interested in making more investments in Haiti than usually.
Well, I'm very happy for your statement that we are very rich. I wish if that eventually we'll be.
Not rich, maybe, but
Eventually,
getting in more and more
eventually, I'm telling you, eventually we will. And I've said this I've made this loud and clear, the prosperity of Guyana will be the prosperity of this region. And I can't say it louder than that. And again, if you want to know how committed we are, recall the hurricane in Grenada. Prime Minister Gonzalez can tell you in his recent time of crisis how Guyana responded. We will. Guyana definitely will play a part. We will play a part. We are not going to shy away from being a part of helping sister CARICOM state, Haiti. So I hope I've adequately addressed your concern.
The gangs, though, I wanted to ask.
Right. Now, listen, on the issue of gangs, the gangs make up part of the Haitian society. You will agree. The gangs make up part, that is part of the challenge we have on the ground. Now, the idea of having normalcy is to allow the institutions to function, that room to breathe and to grow and to function and to deal with some of the situations on the ground, which include a gang. Of course, the present capacity and capability is compromised because they don't have the human resource asset, neither the physical asset, the equipment, and so on. And that is what we are working on, to support the transitional mechanism to deal with the issue of crime and gangs. So that is part of this journey that I'm defining and the phases of the journey. This is an important phase in this journey. Now we have to ensure that all of us work together to make this phase successful to lead into the next phase. So that is how we have to work on this. This is a work in progress. We definitely did not come here to shout on top of the mountain that we've arrived at the promised land. We are here just to say that we have made one leap forward, but many, many huge steps lies ahead of us.
But they weren't part of today. No representative from any gang.
That's a difficult question because we dealt with many stakeholders today. I can't tell you to the extent of the broadness of stakeholders' representation. But we didn't engage with any gang, of course. The clear answer is that we had no engagement with any gang or gang leader or anything like that. But to our knowledge, thank you very much. You see, I am sandwiched by lawyers, you know. Many lawyers here, great lawyers. So, to the best of our knowledge, our combined knowledge. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, my Jamaican media is very great. I think they appreciate that you and your colleagues have had a long, grueling day. And you all have early flights to catch in the morning.
Thank you very much.